So if you've been thinking about becoming a travel nurse, stay tuned to this whole video. My wife is going to give you all the tips that you need to know. What's going on, YouTube? It's Trey, aka the Common Advisor, and today I have a nurse with me.
Hi.
Aka my wife. They say she's my twin. I don't know.
I think I look a little better than him.
Yeah, y'all know I look better.
Oh, whatever. Anyways.
But anyway, this video is talking about becoming a travel nurse. She is a nurse. I'm gonna let her introduce herself and tell you all about that kind of stuff like that. But before we start, thanks everybody for coming back to the channel. Thanks for all my subscribers. We're doing very good this year. Make sure you like this video. It helps out a lot. And without further ado, we're gonna get into it. So,
okay. So my name is Carnisha Scales. I am a registered nurse.
I'm drinking.
Yeah, he is drinking. That's why I was looking at him like that.
Yeah.
He over here drinking, and I'm over here trying to think about what I'm gonna say. So I've been a registered nurse for 3 years, going on 4. But prior to that, I had LPN experience. I was an LPN for 3 years, and then I bridged back over and got my RN. And I only have my associates. I don't have my bachelor's. I have my associates. I graduated from Mississippi University for Women. Woo-hoo-hoo. But anyway, so I decided to travel 3 years after having experience. You don't have to wait that long. You could wait up to a year. It's all depending on your company.
So I guess one of the biggest questions is, other than we just becoming a nurse and doing so what's the lifestyle of a travel nurse? So, from your first assignment, what do you do?
Okay, so my first assignment, I fell for the okie doke. Okay, let me just tell y'all, these travel agent companies, they will get you. They are very friendly, and you be like, okay, I like you. I'm gonna just say the girl was named Sue. That's not her name. But,
yes, it is.
No, it's not. It wasn't her name.
Sue?
She worked with this company, and she was like, oh, we're gonna make sure you set, Carnisha. We're gonna make sure blah blah blah. So I was like, okay, I'm good. Then I get to the facility, and I find out people are making more money than me. Oh my God. I was like, Sue straight played me. So pretty much you have a recruiter. Sue was my recruiter. That's not her name. But she pretty much played me for my first travel assignment. The lifestyle was nice. My first travel assignment was in California. The cost of living in California is ridiculous. The gas prices are extreme. So I decided not to go back to California because you really don't make your money there. Lesson learned. We'll never do it again. But do not fall for the okie doke with your recruiters because they are nice. They are made to be nice to reel you in.
That's what recruiters do.
Yeah, I know. And they really making all the money.
Recruiters are so skeezy, yo.
They got me. I was like, okay, I'm from Mississippi, I got some nice, wholesome people. Sue got me. Let me just tell you. And Sue, if you out there, you know exactly who I am.
So, I guess the next thing we'll talk about is just like a range of money, because I know the people want to know. That's probably why you came to the video, trying to figure out how much money you can make being a nurse versus being at home or working at a clinic. So, I mean, you ain't got to tell exactly what you make, but
okay.
Just I guess a range of what they can expect.
So,
to whatever.
You get paid weekly, which is that is awesome. You get paid weekly.
Awesome.
Yeah, and it's not a little money. So you could get paid anywhere from like $1,500, $1,400 to like $3,000, all depending on your area and the need in your specialty. By specialty, I mean, are you a telemetry nurse? Are you a PCU nurse? Are you a ICU nurse? ER, PACU? They tend to pay more for
y'all know what all this stuff means. Like these nurses, like
yeah, I was like,
all my other fathers like, what is she? Pack who? Pac Man?
Pack. Oh my God, surgeon, y'all will know what I'm talking about. The nurses will know what I'm talking about. So I advise all the new nurses to get in a specialty because if you decide to travel, they pay more. So I wish I would have known that. I am a PCU nurse and I am a telemetry nurse, so they do pay a little bit more. But them ER nurses, ICU nurses, NICU nurses, they banking, okay? I'm just letting you know, PACU nurses, all of them are banking because that's a specialty. And I know that a lot of people, it's hard to get in a specialty because most people get in a specialty and stay there. So it's hard to find a job in a specialty, but get your year experience in and do it that way.
So if you had to just break it down, it's just simple steps. It's like, just somebody straight out of nursing school. They thinking about doing traveling nurses. Like, what would be some things you would tell them to do first? Would you give them some advice? Would you say wait a little while? Would you say jump into it? Like, if they had like a few seconds of your time, like what would you tell them, like the main parts?
If you're a new nurse and you decide, hey, I want to travel, but I don't have the experience. First, get your experience under your belt, okay? And make sure your confidence is on A1, okay? Because you go in these places pretty much you by yourself. You do have help because you have other travelers are there, so they will help you out. Most of the time, when you going on a travel assignment, it's going to be other travel nurses there. So they're there to help you, really, because they know how it is to be a travel nurse. The facility nurses sometimes don't help out. They don't really welcome travelers. It all depends on where you go. Make sure your confidence is on A1. Either you got 3 years of experience, but you're not confident in your nursing abilities, don't travel. So it all depends on the person. I had 3 years of experience as an LPN plus 3 years of experience as an RN. So I thought that was enough. I was confident at the door, but I just held back because I was held on. Should I have somebody to travel with me? I was thinking like I need a friend to travel with. So I was always asking people, let's go traveling together. You don't need a friend. Let me just tell you. You don't need a friend.
Hey, so Shavir, I think about
Shavir and Bree, they were awesome. They were awesome. They were my roommates because I thought I needed a friend. But then I thought about it a little bit more. You need family and friends that's out of town so you can stay with them because you spend most of your money. That's what you need. You need to find a family. You have family that's out of town, out of state. Go travel in those areas because that way you don't have to spend your money on the cost of living. That's what you need. Now you could have a travel buddy like Shabira and Bree. Those were the two nurses that was, shout out to them, they're my sisters. Those were the two nurses that were there when I first traveled. They did guide me. It was nice to have them, but you don't necessarily have to have them. Now that I'm in my next assignment, my second assignment, I feel like you need family because you could save your cost of living because they give you money to pay for somewhere to stay, staying with family. So now I got my cousin that's out of town staying with my cousin. So I get to keep all my money. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's smart. That's how you make your money because if you go travel out of town, you pay for an apartment that's $2,000 a month. You spend most of your money on the cost of living. And let's not forget, you got an apartment back at home that you also have to pay for. So I'm just like, dang, I could have made a lot more money if I would have stayed with my cousin. So, that's how I was thinking, I could have made a lot more money if I stayed with one of my good friends from out of town. And that's what I'm doing. So that's the secret of traveling. You don't need a buddy. You need family that stay out of town.
Staying out of town.
Yeah. Kind of like my husband. Now, if I was smart on my first assignment, he was on orders in Augusta, Georgia. Yeah. And the reason I decided to travel because I knew he was going to be gone for 4 months. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to be gone for 3 months then, going on this travel assignment. I'm like, I'm going to go with Shavira and Bree to California because everybody say, oh, you made the most money in California. They don't tell you. Hey! They know how to party now. They have a good time. But they didn't tell you the cost of living. Like, them apartments high. Gas is $4 a gallon. I'm not used to that. And then on top of that, they tax is high. Like it's just ridiculous. So it end up balancing out pretty much. But the weekly pay is still good. But still, I could have saved so much money if I got an assignment in Augusta, Georgia with him while he was on assignment and I had somewhere to stay for free. I would have banked all my money. I would have made money. And then the gas wasn't expensive. All that. Yeah. Live and learn. Live and learn.
Period.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, appreciate it.
You welcome.
Y'all, I had to pull teeth to get down slam.
Yeah, he did.
This is her first time on here. Y'all to see some videos where she's been on here, especially our that video we went to Texas. That's a really good video. It actually did pretty good.
Oh, it did, yeah.
It did really good.
But the reason I did this video because I want some Nashville hot chicken. He need to take me to get some chicken.
Yeah, I had to bribe her with some chicken.
Yeah.
It's me in Nashville right now.
Yeah,
so.
I want some chicken. And he was like, please do this video. Okay, whatever.
All right, whatever. Anyway, yo, thanks for stopping by. I hope some of these tips help you. If you have any questions, just get down in the comments. I reply to all my comments. I like them. If I don't know the answer, I direct them to her, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. I'll probably leave a few things in the description. I think she had like a link or something.
Yeah.
For you all to like kind of check out. Maybe put some other stuff in there. Put some information in there, and you know. That's it. That's it.
Peace out for Miss Common Advisor.
Hey, peace out. Remember, you are royalty.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
All right, cool. Let's get this chicken.